Hello, my name is Karynn. There's something about the campaign that occurred in the news this morning. Watching news with my husband, Dave. And in the morning, we had one television station on, and they talked about 60 Minutes, the interview, infamous interview, President Trump with a commentator from 60 News, Leslie, have an interview, and we saw the whole interview. And she became a little bit irritable, a little bit towards, well, that's what President Trump thought, that she was asking too many tough questions. She was really excited about doing the interview, and she wouldn't allow President Trump to expand off the question. She wanted concise. So as time progressed in the interview, President Trump got a little bit more uncomfortable with the interview. And finally, they had to end the interview because President Trump didn't like the way she was asking him questions. So he felt uncomfortable. He wasn't allowed to elaborate on what his ideas and thoughts were toward the question that he received from Leslie. So we watched that twice. We replayed it and watched it twice. And it's very interesting how he just said that we had enough with this interview. So he hit up and left. And within about 30 seconds, Mike Pence finished the interview with Leslie in a controlled manner and a professional manner. Then we changed channels immediately, and we went to CNN, and the commentator's name is John. We saw a film with Joe Biden. It was 2 years ago when the Parkland High School shooting had occurred, and he was doing a speech. What was the speech?
Biden.
Joe Biden was doing the speech, and he finished his speech and started to walk away to his next event. And all of a sudden, this young boy came running up to him. Joe turned around and ran up to him, and the boy hugged Joe Biden. Big hug. He has Down syndrome. And he was crying because his father was in the school saving his students, and he was shot while saving his students, and he died immediately. And this young man had difficulty with losing his father, who was a teacher. And Joe Biden kissed him on the head and held him in a bear hug and gave him another kiss on the forehead. And then Joe understood how this young man felt and comforted this young boy. At the time he was a boy, and gave him a big hug and held him. I feel like Joe Biden is our comfort leader. He knows what it's like to lose a child and a wife, and that was years ago. And he could really touch base with this young man, and he just held him and held him and held him in his arms. So with that, the boy was comforted, and then he knew he had to leave. This interview was today, and the occurrence was 2 years ago when Joe Biden showed that he cared about this boy's losing his father. And then John, the commentator, asked him, "What did you feel? What changed in you from this experience? What would you like to say?" And the young man says, "Vote." That's all he said. And then John says, "Everybody, vote. Vote for Joe Biden." I thought that was incredible. 2 news stations started talking about President Trump's interview with Leslie from 60 Minutes versus Joe Biden hugging a young boy who just lost his father in a Parkland High School shooting, and Joe Biden held this young boy in his arms for several for a minute or so. So I like having a president that can feel our pain from the experience of his pain. He knows how it hurts to lose a loved one. It was very emotional. One of the announcers also cried. They gave her some tissues and she was all choked up. Going from how President Trump interacted in his interview versus how Joe Biden comforted a young boy, Down syndrome, who felt bad that he lost his father. How did that happen? The two incidences, one right after the other, in two different stations, news stations. It was quite profound, everybody. Quite profound. Now President Trump, I noticed, is starting to use profanity, vulgar language, in his speech. Don't go down that road. It just brings all of us down to a lower level of being. Commentators and all others, be professional, talk professionally, use no profanity. Because you'll lose all respect from your friends and the people in heaven. We talked a little about rules for being human. There's 6 rules for being a human. The first one is, you will receive a body. You may like it or hate it, but it will be yours for the entire period of this time around. Number 2, you will learn lessons. You are enrolled in a full-time informal school called life. Each day in this school, you will have the opportunity to learn lessons. You may like the lessons or think them irrelevant and stupid. Number 3, there are no mistakes, only lessons. Growth is a process of trial and error, experimentation. The failed experiments are as much a part of the process as the experiment that ultimately works. The failed experiments are as much a part of the process as the experiment that ultimately works. Number 4, a lesson is repeated until learned. A lesson will be presented to you in various forms until you have learned it. When you have learned it, you can then go on to the next lesson. Number 5, learning lessons does not end. There is no part of life that does not contain its lessons. If you are alive, there are lessons to be learned. Number 6, there is no better than here. When you're there, has become a here. You learn from life. People, I want to talk a moment about people voting today. We have only 1 week left to vote. 7 days. Please cast your votes. Each vote is important. It's going to be a really interesting outcome of this campaign and the ins and outs of running for presidency. Joe Biden is sincere. President Trump is there. Let's do a little stress release, calm ourselves down. Be in a quiet place, comfortable chair, nice pillow behind your head, and close your eyes. Be in a soft lit room without interruptions. Close your eyes. Take 5 deep breaths and exhale. Take a deep breath in and relax. Take a deep breath and relax. Tighten all your muscles up. Keep breathing. Tighten up all the muscles. And relax. Exhale. Inhale. Tighten up all the muscles. Hold 3 to 5 seconds. Keep breathing. And exhale all the air out of your lungs. Take a deep breath in, tighten up your muscles, and relax. Exhale all the air. Take a deep breath in, contract your muscles, hold 3 to 5 seconds, and exhale all the air out of your lungs. And relax. Repeat the word that I speak. I am easygoing. Think it intrinsically. I am reliable. I am responsible. I am forgiving. I am forgiving. I am helpful. I am thankful. I love myself. I love myself. Next, saying intrinsically again. Say what I say to you, you repeat it intrinsically back to yourself. Relax. 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 I am calm. I am safe. I am protected. I am calm. I am safe. I am protected. I am calm. I am safe. I am protected. I am calm. I am safe. I am protected. I am calm. I am protected. I am safe. I am protected. You may stay in this relaxed state of being, or you may slowly open your eyes and wiggle in your chair. Settle down and relax. Feel peaceful. Feel calm. Feel safe. Feel protected. Thank you, everyone. Good night.